Hey, welcome to the Bamboo Brief. This is where we break down the biggest business stories for investors, just like you. And today, man, have we got a story. We're diving into a massive quarter from one of Nigeria's hospitality giants, Transcorp Hotels. And you're going to want to see what their record-breaking profit means for the market. All right, let's just jump right in. The headline number, you ready for this? For the third quarter of 2025, Transcorp Hotels Plc pulled in a huge 10.1 billion naira in pre-tax profit. I mean, that's not just a good number, folks. That is a massive statement of just how well they're performing. And to really get a feel for how big that is, get this, that's a 71% jump compared to the exact same time last year. 71%. A growth rate like that, especially in this economy, it's just phenomenal. It really shows you the kind of momentum this company has right now. So you might be thinking, wow, that's a one-off, right? Nope, this wasn't just a fluke. This is actually part of a much, much bigger story of growth happening across their entire business. This was a truly record-breaking quarter, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. Okay, and this is where it gets really interesting. Take a look at this. The growth is everywhere, not just in one spot. Revenue, up almost 32%. But watch how that trickles down. Gross profit skyrocketed over 43%. And operating profit, a huge surge of 68%. This tells you that literally every part of their financial engine is just firing on all cylinders. This chart here, it really paints the picture. I mean, just look at that jump in revenue from 18.7 billion naira to nearly 25 billion naira in just a single year. But the really impressive part, it's how they turn that revenue into profit. Pre-tax profit went from 5.9 billion naira all the way up to that headline-grabbing 10.1 billion naira. That's the kind of leap that shows a company isn't just selling more stuff, they're getting incredibly efficient at it. All right, so let's peel back the layers here. How in the world did they pull off numbers like these? Because it's one thing to see the amazing results, but it's another thing entirely to understand what's going on behind the scenes. So if you look at where their money's coming from, the picture becomes pretty clear. Room revenue, that's the absolute powerhouse here, pulling in $48 billion. And food and beverage is providing some really strong backup. This tells us a simple story. Their core business, the heart of hospitality, is what's really driving this incredible success. Okay, this slide right here, this is the secret sauce. This is brilliant. While their business was absolutely booming, their cost of sales, it barely budged. It only went up by less than 5%. To keep your costs that tight, while your gross profit explodes by over 43%, folks, that is a masterclass in how to run a business efficiently. It means almost every new naira they made went straight to the bottom line. And you know what? It's not just about the profit today. The company's whole foundation is getting stronger. Their total assets grew to over 154 billion naira. Now, if you're an investor, that's music to your ears. It means the company is building a bigger, more solid base to launch future projects and drive even more growth down the road. But come on, let's be real. Numbers this spectacular don't just happen by magic. They are always the result of a clear vision and some seriously sharp execution. So let's take a look at the strategy that's making all this happen. The chairman, Emmanuel Ninoram, he kind of lays it out perfectly. He says it's a three-part approach. 1, keep a super tight grip on costs. 2, run the business as efficiently as possible. And 3, and maybe most importantly, never ever lose sight of the customer. That's the playbook right there that delivered that $10.1 billion profit. Then you have the MD and CEO, Uzo Oshogwe, who adds another really powerful layer to this. She doesn't just see these results as a great quarter. No, she sees them as a step toward a much bigger vision, to completely redefine hospitality in Africa. We're talking about setting a whole new standard for excellence. And part of that big vision means making some big, bold moves. Case in point, the company just opened a brand new 5,000-seat event center. Now, this isn't just a slightly bigger room. No, this is a total game changer. It opens up completely new ways for them to make money and puts Nigeria squarely on the map as a top spot for huge international events. Okay, so we've seen the incredible numbers. We've seen the smart strategy behind them. But what does all of this mean for you, the investor? Why should this matter when you're thinking about your portfolio?
Let's just ask that question straight up. When the market sees a company firing on all cylinders like this, with this kind of growth, this kind of profitability, how does it react? Well, it responds like this. Year to date, Transcorp Hotels' share price is up a massive 41.9%. The market is absolutely paying attention. It sees the great performance and it's rewarding the people who invested in the company. This is the kind of tangible return that strong fundamentals can bring you.
Now, if hearing a success story like this gets you fired up to start building your own portfolio, it has honestly never been easier. You can literally start today just by downloading the Bamboo app. And hey, if you want to support the channel while you do it, please be sure to use my referral code. You'll find it right there in the description below.
And hey, if you got some value out of this breakdown, do us a huge favor, smash that like button, and definitely subscribe for more deep dive just like this one. And we really want to hear from you. What's your take on Transcorp's performance? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
So I'll leave you with this one final thought to chew on. We've seen incredible growth, a really smart strategy, and the market is clearly showing its confidence. So the big question is, with this kind of powerful momentum, could a company like Transcorp Hotels become a true cornerstone for anyone looking to build a strong, diversified Nigerian portfolio? Something to think about. Thanks so much for watching The Bamboo Brief.